I am Batman, and I'm about to tell my Superman's. I am Batman, and I'm about to tell my Superman's movie, because I'm Batman. Batman v Superman is the sequel to Man of Steel in terms of building up. It's basically a Justice League prequel film. They kind of saved this film by, or at least from my wrath, by saying it's not a Superman film. They have a Superman 2, Man of Steel 2 coming out at some point. So that's kind of saved it. But on saying that, this film, as you've probably already heard, is not good. Or at least not as good as it could have been. Now, I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting just dumb fun, just wandering around seeing Batman, Superman fight, blah blah blah. It didn't look like much. I was like, fair enough, let's just accept the inevitable. They're going to form the Justice League. Mr. Sunday Movies, who I'm a huge fan of, had a Twitter tag called hashtag they punch for a bit and then they're mates. That was basically all I was expecting from the film. And I'm really disappointed by the fact that they didn't even do that. Now, I wasn't expecting anything spectacular when I was going in. They had so many characters coming out of this film. I knew it was going to be a messy story, and it was. And it actually baffled me how messy it actually was. Like, they really didn't know where they were going with the story. There were so many scenes that they put in that were clear setup for their other films, but they didn't make any sense. It just sort of appeared, and then you were like, what? Where are we? Okay. Right, okay, so there's like a scene from the trailer in which there's like, you've got like a desert Batman and stuff like that. Out of nowhere. No explanation, okay? Batman's just all of a sudden there, and then bam, back to the film as if nothing's happened. It's such a strange thing, and I really just, I don't know how to take it. The Justice League tie-ins are very forced, very, I don't know, it's too rushed. This is what I'm getting at. I get the feeling that DC is desperately trying to catch up with Marvel, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, but DC, they're not Marvel, they're not Marvel. But they really need to take some advice from Marvel in the fact that they don't just shove all their characters in one go. This is the issue with Spider-Man 3, the issue with Amazing Spider-Man 2, which both of them incidentally have in Blu-ray, but that, and I'll probably end up getting this film in Blu-ray. But I'm really not making a good case for myself, am I? But yeah, they really need to understand these characters need time to set up. You can't just throw them into a fight and expect something to happen, and without like people rooting for them and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying go for a big Batman origin story. No, I actually would have liked to see Batman evolve into the character he is just now, because he isn't Batman at the moment. I'm not joking. He's straight up murder. He is Batman the Murderer. In fact, I think they were watching Daredevil Season 2 when they were making this, or they must have been reading the script, because Batman's all of a sudden the Punisher, except he drives around in a bat tank. I'm not joking, the Batmobiles is a bat tank. When I saw it, I'm a player of the Arkham games. I'm a fan of the Arkham games, so I've obviously played Arkham Knight, and yeah, when I unfortunately bought the season pass, because I have no self-restraint and I didn't expect it to be that bad. When I saw the 2016 Batmobile to play as in Arkham Knight, I wasn't sure what to expect. I thought it was just, it's like, alright, okay, they're going for a version of the Tumbler, but in this, it is legitimately the Bat Tank. People joke about Arkham Knight's Bat Tank. This is the Bat Tank. I think they legitimately just stole from Batman Arkham Knight the Bat Tank. They're just like, hey, we have the Bat Tank, we can make a better Bat Tank. And yeah, Batman straight up kills folk. He stabs someone with a knife. This isn't Batman. And I know Keaton's Batman does kill folk from time to time and stuff like that. He is a murderer. But you're setting up Batman for the DC universe. Batman's going to have his own solo films. We you cannot eliminate the very thing that makes him Batman. The fact that he doesn't kill. Okay? Because, no, seeing him eventually reach the point in which he tries to kill Superman, that's something. Okay? But you don't set him up straight away as murdering everyone. Okay? This video will turn into a rant. I got a feeling that it will. I don't know what that was from my voice, but let's accept it and move on. Yeah, it will. I can tell. So let's move from Batman to Lex Luthor, because Lex Luthor, wow, what were they thinking? They definitely tried an epic save there by saying Lex Luthor is Lex Luthor Jr. Didn't they? Because even DC knows they fucked up. Yeah. I don't know what was going on with Jesse Eisenberg. I don't know. Part of me hopes that Jesse Eisenberg had an idea for the character and would have been a good choice if they hadn't messed him up and like tried to turn him into a cartoon, which was weird considering DC is like, we're not cartoons, we're not Marvel, we are serious, and then they have like Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor prancing around. I'm not joking. I don't even understand what they done with the character. They turned a very cold, calculating character into just some prancing maniac. He comes closer to the Joker at points than Lex Luthor. Right, okay, let's just talk about Batman's motivations for this film, because this is one of the things that actually really pissed me off about this film. You know how in the market and they're constantly showing Man of Steel, they're constantly showing Zod and Superman fighting and all the destruction of Metropolis. Well, that doesn't mean anything, because for some reason Batman v Superman finds another way to get the public against Superman. While they still have an opening scene in which Batman, Bruce Wayne's in Metropolis during that fight, it's more like a little, okay, this guy might be bad and stuff like that. It's not enough to drive him over the edge. So basically all they did was they just added a part of Batman that was already in his character at that point, which was really irritating. Because one of the things about Batman and Superman's relationship is Batman never really trusts him. He has kryptonite and stuff like that just in case Superman goes rogue, and he genuinely has no trust in Superman. While he is friends with him and stuff like that, he genuinely feels at times that something might happen. He has no trust in him. So Metropolis could have been the big catalyst which throws him off the edge, but nope, they found a new way to throw him off the edge. And the big thing that throws him off the edge, fair enough, that's a really good way to throw him off the edge, but you turn off all the Man of Steel destruction and you make it really pointless. There's like a very it kind of feels forced when you think about it, the whole Bruce Wayne in Metropolis scene, because it just cuts to it and then it fades away and then it's like 18 months later. So there is genuinely like no reason for it to be there, and it's really irritating because I really wanted to see all the destruction and stuff like that actually have an effect. Like I actually believed would happen. When I saw Man of Steel, I was like, and everybody was complaining about all the destruction, I was like, no, that's gonna have a reason. They try to, but they don't try to at the same time with this film, and it's really irritating because I had faith and it kind of took Man of Steel down with it, because I expected Man of Steel to kind of escalate with this, or just I kind of had it about the same length, but they messed it up and they both collapsed, because yeah, they couldn't have just added in that like Batman's reasoning being mainly to do with Metropolis. There's no reason for it. Even if he explained something, but it genuinely seems like they had written a script before the Man of Steel backlash, and they just threw the Metropolis scene in for the sake of it, because Batman never really mentions Metropolis afterwards. Speaking of which, do you want to know what else is irritating? Oh yeah, the Batman v Superman fight. No, it's underwhelming as hell. Then you would think for a film marketed Batman v Superman, the actual fight between those two would be something other than Batman throwing Superman around the place for a bit, then Superman throwing Batman around the place for a bit, and then repeat once more. It's like 4 minutes long, and it's not even that good. You got Batman using these tactics, and then Batman like throws a punch, and that's it. And then Superman throws a punch. All the market, you've pretty much seen the Batman v Superman fight out of context in the trailers. There's context for the fight in the film, but that's the only thing the film has going for it, and it's really irritating. Because you would think for the film's name that they would actually try and create a good film, or at least a good fight, to go with the name. It's like Alien vs Predator. The Alien vs Predator fight is okay. It's quite good. I enjoy it. Do I enjoy the rest of the film? Not really, no. I like the Alien vs Predator fight because that's the name of the fucking film. Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Batman v Superman has like no Batman v Superman fight that is actually that entertaining, and it's really fucking irritating because, contrary to the fact that I am a Marvel fan, I predominantly prefer Marvel to DC. I still enjoy DC. I mean, I've got a DC t-shirt on, right? Okay. And that was actually unintentional because I forgot I was meant to be speaking about this film, but I need to speak about it because it just... Oh! DC, why can't you just surprise me? Right, okay, let's just move on to positives then before I just collapse due to how much a mess this film was. Ben Affleck is fantastic as Batman. I'm not the only one. You see it all over the reviews. Ben Affleck's really good. He proved us all wrong, which I kind of had a feeling he would do, but maybe not instantly, but like, I'd say before everybody else really jumped on it, he really did capture Bruce Wayne, the Bruce Wayne persona, the real Bruce Wayne, and Batman, and I kind of liked his interpretation of Batman more. Not the murderous Batmans and like the voice and the movement and stuff like that, more than like, say, Christian Bale, Adam West. I don't know why I brought up Adam West, I just wanted to. George Clooney, let's bring him too. Val Kilmer, it's not that bad. Mainly Michael Keaton, that was the name I was going for, but I just decided to list off all the other Batmen. Yeah. I'd say he is definitely the best Batman. Well, I still think Christian Bale's probably the best Bruce Wayne in terms of the persona slash real Bruce Wayne. I still think Ben Affleck done a phenomenal job as the character. And Jeremy Irons was brilliant as Alfred. The acting is really good in this film, I'd say, apart from Jesse Eisenberg. And also, obviously, the cinematography is good. This is one thing that a Zack Snyder film always is, and it is beautiful to look at. There's so many great moments in this film from just the cinematography, and it's kind of worth seeing the film alone just for the cinematography. There's like the death of Bruce Wayne's parents. There's a bit in which there's the gun that catches onto the pearls, Bruce Wayne's mother's necklace, and fires and the necklace shatters, and yeah, it's really, really cool. And yeah, also just a quick point, I just realised this, DC films, they seem to have a lot to do with religious imagery, so if you're into that too, go and see that. Me, no, I don't like Bat Jesus. That's technically not a spoiler, considering it's in like the first 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure half of you won't know what I'm talking about unless you've seen the film. So yeah, let's go into the really positive things, because the last act of this film is fantastic. I really enjoyed the last act of this film. I'm so glad that I actually did, because after the Batman v Superman fight, I was really expecting like nothing. I wanted to curl up in a ball and just rock the pain away. Just in a little corner rocking backwards and forwards. Batman and Superman may fight eventually, and it might be cool at one point. But yeah, the ending really caught me off guard because we have the Justice League forms. It's not really a spoiler either, guys, so please don't go crazy. You all knew what was happening, and yeah, it was really good. I couldn't believe what happens. They followed story arcs. They captured the characters perfectly. There was a lot of references. They really, and this is the best part because the last act was the thing that I was really worried about. I really thought the last act was going to be the thing that I hated more than anything, and it's one of the best parts of the film. Yeah, it's really good. I can't say much about this without spoiling, and this is the thing that's hard, but everything about it works in terms of like how they managed to bring it all together. And the sad part is, it's like, I wish that that was the focus of the film more than this whole Batman v Superman crap that we got. And maybe if the Batman v Superman like fight wasn't so underwhelming, I wouldn't hate the rest of the film. Well, I wouldn't say I hate it, but I wouldn't find the rest of the film so damn disappointing. Thankfully though, this final act does really make the film what it is, and I seriously appreciate the film for that. It's really good. Everything to do with it was brilliant, and I've actually got a lot of faith in Justice League and Wonder Woman now. I feel like they've got rid of like the stupid, annoying parts, and they've found what works for them, or at least the final act they have. So yeah, I'm gonna give Batman v Superman a 6 out of 10. As much as it's disappointing, the pros do outweigh the cons in this sense, so thankfully Batman v Superman is not terrible. It's good. Well, it's more close to the good side. I would say 6 out of 10, something to parade around the streets with, but hey, at least it's not 5 or 4. So, as always, remember to like and subscribe, and I feel like asking you a question. Do you think the DC Cinematic Universe is actually going to get better, worse, or do you actually think that it's fine at the moment? What do you think? I'd really like to hear your opinion on DC Cinematic Universe. Alright, see ya.